Here we are at Gav Ward's party. It's a band reunion of the 50s band. Yeah.
We'll get our products on the market.
Yeah. Want to hear everybody. My trouble is, all you guys sitting by the light,
How you doing? Fine here. I don't know how it was. One day we were leaving on the Tuesday.
There's Roy. How are you, Roy?
And it's
Tommy Waller behind him. Floyd Roberts, George Taylor. And there's Gav. John Kerr.
Who's this old fellow?
Rob Ellis.
Number 2 is
Harry Waller. And Ronnie Webb.
yeah.
Nice to see you, buddy boy.
That's the receiving line.
Oh my God! Good to see you.
Great.
Could I forget?
Henry Bussey was asking. We don't do that.
There's Lloyd Stapleton. Oh, we're waiting for Gus. Yeah, Lloyd looks good.
Quarter mile.
Golly, how have we been doing him?
He was a good ball. Oh, yeah. He's probably Jack. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I
knew I had beer in those days. You haven't even ordered yet. You haven't even ordered yet.
Oh, wow.
You're looking good. You got your hair like me.
You're still beautiful about hair. Cam tells me you're looking up.
You tasted it impressive. We're at a party at Becker's place.
Where are you?
You're doing.
You like it? How about the winter?
Jerry's that's like a net.
When's the last time you bought a set of tires?
I have one example.
Well,
We never go there ourselves.
I sold a car. At least 4 or 5 years.
Well, when we leave town,
I know. I worked it every day for 4 years.
Bring your son.
I never bought a set of tires for 3 years. They're stockpiling tires, and we're not selling the
I was thinking I want to see everybody
all of a sudden,
show up.
they haven't got a dividend.
And there's Gus. Everybody's here now.
Oh, yeah. How you doing, Lloyd?
Good, how are you?
Fine.
Jasper, John, and Mary.
That's it. No, my name is John.
Sorry.
So,
I'm starting to lose my mind in my old age.
how's things up north? Nice to see you guys. Hey, the best thing I can do is to move on downstairs.
Gus, I spend lots of money getting expensive arrangements.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
tell me, Gus, who gonna play it?
I'm gonna read it. Oh, who gonna read it? How you doing, George? Bobby? Tommy? Hey, who was that guy? You know, the little,
I know the guy you mean.
the Hungarian guy. What's his name?
It'll come.
They canceled this year.
They did.
You got no light on there, Jimmy, you know?
Hey? There we are. It's working.
But they're not ready to stuff it.
dropped a lot.
Okay, years and years.
I ordered some of these products and
I have no idea. I don't know who
56?
makes it or what.
Then I'm 56.
I need some charcoal red.
Just keep going to second,
But you don't see it in the US either.
second,
Try to get something for-
concession. There's a 4-way stop.
Yeah.
And on the left-hand side, you'll see a brown and white house and the mirror flashes. It says on there, Bud the Spud, from the dirty red mud.
Okay, all right. No, I go and see Keith's home.
Yeah, well, he's just what's around the corner.
It says low light, but it'll still.
It'll still work.
Yeah. Yeah. Good, Roy.
I got You got a piece of paper?
Bill Holman?
Hey, you want a piece of paper?
He's got a beard.
Please, Bobby.
Lips.
Oh, that's a thick
Till
one.
I read.
Trying to find something to write on.
The best musicians around there.
Gentlemen prefer blondes, black car.
One guy said, if you fall asleep
You
for
got it.
1 second,
That's it.
one of these charts.
But you're coming out.
I got one that I used, never got it done.
What?
I'll tape it and send it to you.
That's
But I'll tell you, that's the Tonight Show, man. They got some great
Maybe
arrangements.
up there.
Well,
You don't wanna know.
whenever I talk to the morning, I won't say anything, I'll just say, "Da, da, da." You know how your voice is?
Story.
The only guy that thinks.
I always had the money.
And it's sort of, together very fast.
There we are.
Yes.
Yep. There's Roy.
Yes, there's Gav.
And there's Gav. And there's Floyd. Good picture of Floyd there. Yeah.
Hey, there.
You're not saying anything, Floyd.
He hasn't got a sound. He hasn't got a plug. Something like
Yes, he has.
those dancers at Stracenas at that, you know how they were thinking that accordion player? Those things go like that. Took a job in his car. But,
If you're gonna make a speech, I'll stay.
speech anyway.
Go ahead.
I'm just happy to see all you guys again. I want to say that it's been a wonderful experience. It goes back 30 years. It's a long time. It's hard to believe. What is it, 31 years? 31. And I think some of you guys, I don't think I've seen since then. It must be at least 30
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And I've really enjoyed it. I think we had a great band and we had a lot of fun back in those days.
We certainly did. Good
And
band.
I hope we can all get together again sometime.
Why not? Why not?
Hell, if I can come 2,500 miles for this fucking thing, you guys ought to be able to come.
From what I can understand, Tommy, you could better afford to come 2,500 miles.
Then we
Some of
have.
us-
That's okay, I've written it off as expense.
Listen, talking about that, I met Gus at the Y. Gus, where are you?
Yeah.
On Wednesday,
Yeah.
and Gus said to me, he was talking to Gav, and Gav said to him, Jesus, $32. You think the guys will show up?
Go for that?
Now, you gotta remember that what Gav is associating this with
Is what you used to get paid a week.
Two nights at the Brandon.
27
Leaders
bucks.
pay. Yeah, that was leaders pay for
Is
the
that
two
what it
nights.
was? I can't even remember that.
Well, Lloyd mentioned something like $12.50 a night or.
$27 for the week, for Friday, Saturday.
Is that what it was?
$12.50, I can remember the 2 quarters in the brown envelope.
But you know, the money,
And we didn't get anything for driving. No.
That's right.
but we got $1 for the remote broadcast.
That's right.
Half-hour broadcast.
But you know, the money wasn't why we did it.
I don't know about
Good
you.
beat.
See, you were making more than any of us in those days.
I got extra.
You were the only guy that had any dough. You were the guy that drove a new car. You were all poor.
And Floyd was telling me the scale now in Toronto was $35 an hour, minimum 3 hours.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Went from 33 to 35, Floyd?
So, there's been that for the last year.
Are you still playing with Bulgar?
I played last night, Gus.
Did you? At the,
St. Andrews College up in Aurora, a wedding.
on bass?
And $35 an hour is better than
I blew up my-
TTC makes that.
I blew all my lip off before I even started.
Did you? You remember how the place slick?
Did I what?
You remember how the place slick?
Slick? Oh, yeah.
Remember Slick? I used to like that tune.
That was a good tune. That was Herb Alpert.
That's right, that's right.
That was the guy that the last year he's in Operation Way, he made $10 million that he had to declare for tax. So if he pays the tax on the $10 million, he'll end up with $500,000. So he said to his guys in the band, here's $1 million apiece, you pay the tax, and that's it. That's your home. What the hell are you waiting for, Gav? Why don't you pass on?
That's why we came.
Last year with Herb Alpert, that he was in operation there.
We're not getting any residuals.
But some guys got over $1 million apiece.
I wonder if Charlie Barnett died with any money. He
was 77.
Yeah, but he-
His family had money.
Yeah, he was-
Lou Albert?
Yeah.
No, Charlie Barnett.
Oh, Charlie.
Yeah, it was kind of Washington on the radio.
Do you remember when he came through the Grand Inn? Yeah, right? No kidding. Remember that?
When was that?
Charlie
When?
I think I died, I guess. so they
He was
got
the-
I think it was 475.
He was the guy that liked the prostitutes to give him the golden shower. And I never knew what the hell that was for years and years and years. When they pissed him. that was his, he got off on that.
But there is another project underway now as well. This one making sure a piece of that waterfront's history will sail on into its future. CH's Connie Smith has a story of the legendary Brant Inn, then and now.
Live from the Sky Club of the fabulous Brant Inn, Channel 11 presents the Miss Canada pageant.
Miss Canada wasn't the only celebrity to take to the stage of the Brant Inn. There was Sophie Tucker, Vic Damone, Sarah Vaughan, with a very young Paul Hanover.
Ella Fitzgerald, Jane Mansfield, Mel Torme, Lionel Hampton.
The guest book of John Murray Anderson, the owner of the Brant Inn for the better part of 3 decades, reads like a who's who of Hollywood, and that's what it was like to come here.
And the place was packed every night. The inside of it was done like a cruise ship. So from a sheer facilities standpoint, it was magic in itself.
The interesting thing about the place was that they didn't sell liquor or beer at all. Of course, I must say that there was an underground there where people were taking the stuff in.
Just one of the stories being told in a documentary being produced by the Burlington Historical Society.
Here was this facility with the ability to attract the giants of the North American entertainment industry.
Played for Liberace.
And a very young trumpet player, Jim Phillip,
So my mother and dad had to drive me because I didn't have a license.
played with the best of them, from Eartha Kitt.
Sat on the floor right beside me and listened to every note I played. I just about died. And we took Andy Williams to the T&Q for Chinese food after.
Stories, photos, memorabilia being collected from all over Ontario, but one special ingredient remains elusive.
But we're figuring somewhere out there in home attics are old 8mm, or maybe if we're really lucky, 16mm films.
Here we are outdoors on a truly magnificent night.
You can almost imagine those glorious days standing here on the shore of Lake Ontario. And while that chapter in Burlington's history may be over, a new one is about to begin with a groundbreaking ceremony right here in January.
They were by the 2 trees south of the existing parking lot.
A construction worker finds pieces of the Brant Inn floor, pieces of a history that will hopefully find a new home when the Waterfront Center opens on this site.
Put a plaque up there to honor where it's been, what it's been, and hopefully our film and everything else will tie right in with that really nicely.
It was a thrill. I never thought the Brant Inn would ever end.
But it did. Demolished in 1969, the O'Keefe Center in Toronto was drawing the big stars. John Murray Anderson had died, and so had that magic at the inn on the lake.
The sky, the atmosphere, the surroundings couldn't be more wonderful.
Our trumpet player Jim Phillip actually performed on the very first inaugural television show on CHCH-TV 50 years ago. And there's someone else some of you may recall who hosted a national radio broadcast every Saturday night live from the Brant Inn, our own Alex Reynolds. Now, if you have any special memories, memorabilia, or even those home movies in the attic, here's a number for you to call, 905-333-1345, or email kdavy@cogeco.ca. And if you have an update on another story from the past, please give me a call. The number's on your screen, or send an email to thenandnow@chtv.ca.